Hello, good morning. It's the weekend. It's another, thank God, it's Friday. I hope we had a great rebounding in yesterday's market. So this morning we'll be looking at pre-market live for Friday, 17th of October, where we'll talk about the little rebound that we see in the market yesterday. So this is a disclaimer that this video is not a financial or trading advice. Please do your due diligence before investing. So we'll look at the market close for Thursday, 16th of October. So the NGX moved higher on the session with the ASI gaining 612.82 points. That's around 0.41% increase to close at 148,355.04, showing modest bullishness. Market activity strengthened across the board. The number of deals rose 2.82%. Volume traded improved by 11.13%, and market turnover expanded sharply by 35.47% to about 16.91 billion naira. So taken together, these flows suggest renewed participation from both retail players and institutional players. Not only more traders, more trades, but larger value are being deployed. So the outsized jump in turnover relative to volume and deals implies that higher and larger value transactions are likely for the blue chip or block trade were significant drivers of yesterday's session. In short, selective accumulation in key counters is lifting the index while liquidity is returning to the market. So let's look at our market snapshot for yesterday, where we are able to compare what happened on Wednesday and yesterday, Thursday. So we can see the jump by 0.41% yesterday, where the ASI closed at 148,355.04. While number of deals is 23,665. Volume traded yesterday was 430,931.00, seeing an 11.13% increase, while market turnover went from 12.48 billion to 16.9 billion naira yesterday. So looking at the top gainers of yesterday's market, we have NSL Tech at number 1, closing at 91 kobo, indicating a 7.06% increase or gain. Then Sterling Bank closed at 8 naira 2 kobo, indicating a 6.49 percent gain. Then Livestock closed at 7 naira 9 kobo. Tip followed at number 4, closed at 14 naira, while we have May Baker closed at 17 naira 9 kobo. That's a 4.99% gain. So then looking at the top 5 losers for yesterday's market, Suno Assure at number 1, closed at 5 naira 21 kobo. That's a 9.71% loss. HM Carl came second with a 7.53% loss, closing at 4 naira 5 kobo. Da Communication came at 1 naira 3 kobo, indicating a 6.36% loss. While we have Solve Sovereign insurance closed at 3 naira 26 kobo, and finally custodian closed at 42 naira. So we can see the top gainers and the losers for yesterday's market. And we can also see if they are the mid tier or the blue stock, the blue chip stock, and those that are increasing and those that are reducing in the market. So the NGX is set to open with a moderately bullish outlook, just like we predicted yesterday's expected performance. So look, after yesterday's market gain, the ASI that closed at 0.41% increase. The rebound in the market turnover and activity suggests that liquidity is returning and investor confidence is on the rise. Continued selective accumulation, especially in large cap and attractively valued stock, should help sustain positive momentum with a potential test of upper resistance level if inflow persists. Then we can look at the sectoral and key stock focus, where we talk about the blue chip leaders like leading banks, major telecoms, and top consumer goods are likely to remain in focus, having drawn both institutional and retail interest. So expect further block trades in stock like Zenith, MTN, Nestle as investors capitalize on recent momentum. Okay, so mid and growth caps are also having improved turnover and volume may enhance rotation into mid-cap growth names, especially those positioned for strong quarterly earnings or sector tailwinds. So we have the sector rotation. Also, watch for activity in energy. We've been seeing a lot of growth in that sector, in the energy sector, in insurance due to the new Pencom Act, and industrial sector that often see a mean reversion and increased interest following large cap rallies. Then our pre-open signals and risk for today. Signals point to strengthening liquidity and ongoing portfolio repositioning with elevated turnover, favoring high value driven trading strategies. So risks include a wave of profit taken in recent outperformance, which could cap further upside or increase intraday volatility. So macro or earnings surprises may quickly shift sentiments, especially given renewed institutional flows. Investors are advised to balance optimism with selective risk management around sectors and stocks exposed to short-term swings. So for our overall outlook for today, Friday's session is poised for steady gains as improved liquidity and institutional participation drive targeted buying. Expect robust trading, especially in large caps and sectors with fundamental catalysts. Though selective volatility is possible as traders book profits or rotate portfolios ahead of the new week, defensive plays and quality stocks remain favored with renewed optimism, supporting further ascent, barring unforeseen macro headwinds. And also, if there are reports or macroeconomic news during the day, it can also affect the results of the market before close. And since it's Friday, which is the weekend, we can also experience some profit taking, or some investors just dumping off some stocks in lieu of the weekend. So that's all we're going to be having today. See you on Monday for another edition of pre-market analysis. Tomorrow, by God's grace, we'll be putting up our buy, sell, hold, and other stock analysis updates for the week. Thank you. See ya.